Hey, hello folks here. Welcome to our review today. This is Jiminy Critic, and today we're going to review the movie Underworld, Rise of the Lycans. Underworld, Rise of the Lycans. This is an action fantasy thriller movie brought to us by Screen Gems. This movie is rated R, and it earns its rating in not so much language as fight scenes, intense scenes, and gore. It's 92 minutes long, and basically Underworld, Rise of the Lycans is the third installment. There are two other Underworld movies that have been previously released, but this is being touted as a prequel to the other two to kind of tell the story of how we get to the place where, in lore and legend, the werewolves and the Vikings kind of had this, fight going between them over the centuries. This kind of tells where all this starts. And I don't want to give a whole lot of the plot away to you, but this basically is kind of a dark, grim, medieval time story. There's lots of castles and stormy, rainy nights and wet walls and werewolves and vampires and a lot of dark settings. There's very little sunlight in this entire movie. As you can imagine, the theme is very, very dark. This movie stars Michael Sheen as Lucian. He is going to become the leader of the Lycans, or the werewolf clan. And who's Michael Sheen? Never heard of that. Well, I hadn't either until I realized he is also starring in an Oscar-nominated film, Frost Nixon, where he plays the British talk show host, David Frost. So same guy, two different roles. I got to respect him for that because they're totally polar opposites in what the movies are about, and he does a really good job in both, I would say. So Michael Sheen plays kind of the underworld werewolf character in this movie, and character actor Bill Nighy, who's been in a lot of movies, especially the last few years since the Pirates movies have come out and so forth. He plays, of course, the vampire leader in this movie, as well as the first two movies that were out for Underworld. This movie is going to appeal to you folks if you like a good horror, fantasy, thriller type movie. There's a lot of CGI effects. Most of the time the werewolves are on the screen. It's not actors in costumes, it's going to be CGI effects, but there's some pretty gruesome scenes and attack scenes and fighting scenes, a lot of sword play in this movie. If you're into that kind of thing, you might really enjoy this third installment, although it's a prequel again to the other Underworlds. That's the movie Underworld, Rise of the Lycans, out now. Check it out.